as I was pulling these cards, and I got these. This is called the Glowing Guidance Oracle by Mystic Beauty. Mystic Beauty actually has a YouTube channel on here. I was watching her one time. I watched her a few times. I like her, and I decided to order her decks. I think they're very creative. I've got two of them, but at any rate, I pulled three cards from the deck, and I got therapy, past lovers, and full moon. Well, let's see if we can. There's one, full moon, past life lovers, and therapy. Now, the energy of the 1111 portal is compounded with the energy of the full moon that we just had this past Wednesday. And so I don't know how many of you guys did any of your rituals, and this is not, because I know people are weird. Nobody's doing no crazy shit, but you did your routine, your ritual that you would do with on the full moon. I don't know how many of y'all might have done that, but good job in doing so. And you have really set forth some intention here. Now, this portal, I feel like it's going to thrust us forward, right? But the intention has to be set, or the clarity has to come too. So, therapy, let's get into this card. So, when I see this card, right now, it's a collective out here. This is something that you're going to deal individually with. This is an individual thing, but it's going on amongst the collective. So, more than one person to a great scale is experiencing what I am saying, but they're doing it individually. So, there might be some things coming up that you're realizing that you're ruminating on, or you're being faced with, that you realize is bothering you, has been bothering you, has been hindrance to you, has taxed you, has drained you in some kind of way. These things, be it relationships, and relationships, I'm not always talking about love. Sometimes it is love, but relationships, period. It might be a time to hold on, y'all. 1 second. Hold on. I apologize. I know I'm live. Hey, I'm live. I like currently live. Okay. So what was I saying? Okay. So again, there are going to be some scenarios that's popping up on you that you realize that you have to deal with. And in some cases, therapy you might find to be the very tool that you will need to come to a resolve with these situations. And therapy could look like actually going to sit down with a therapist, or it could be, depending on who you are and the nature of the situation, it could be community. Therapy for you looks like community. You need to get into a community a community setting, right? You need to get into a community setting. And this is something to be aware of, not forceful. You don't want to force it, but be aware. This is something that would be beneficial, right? And so, past life lovers, that card is what it is some of y'all in relationships, you've realized you might have went through some things. You went through a final mirroring or test or whatever challenge, right? It's different for everybody. And then you realize, wait a minute, this is more than what we thought it was. This is deep. Matter of fact, our love connection goes back for many incarnations. And I realized that we have a mission. What is that mission? I could tell you part of the mission, I'm going to give you a head start. Part of the mission is becoming in a cohesive, loving relationship with self first, one another, and then as it applies to within your community. That's just part of it. And this time you're really focused, you're in there to really finish what you came to start and bring the full picture together, okay? And then the full moon card is basically showing how we are still rolling off the energies of the full moon, and it has combined with the portal. So some people did burning and releasing ceremonies for the full moon, right? Soul ties, whatever they did. They did burning and releasing. Some people set intentions, some people spoke over a candle. People did different things. They could have did a combination of things. So that, especially considering the type of people that would be doing that, that energy is radiating. And it's not a negative thing. And now we have this portal. So the portal's asking you, what's up? What's up? What we talking about? What it is and what it isn't. And learn to accept both. And then whatever we don't like, we make the necessary adjustment. I hope that makes sense as far as a reading. That's I typed it out. I got, a little extra over here, but I did type it out with the picture, like I said, on Facebook, and that is I am Racquel page. This is a fairly new page I created for more so geared to this content, because this is not all I do. If you see this channel, right? I I do is that's why it has my name, but it also says Rocky Road TV. Because at the end of the day, I'm giving me in my entirety, right? So I don't just stick in one lane.